Welcome to Pittsville. I'm Rodney Figueroa. I'm the district administrator here in the Pittsville School District, and we are sitting in our brand new 24,000 square foot CTE facility. The Pittsville School District is located in the city of Pittsville. The city's population is very close to 900 people. Student enrollment is just under 600 students, and we have students from 4 different counties that go to school here. As superintendent, my main responsibility is to be the biggest advocate for all of our students, which was one of the reasons why we ended up doing this very, very ambitious and amazing project. We basically built a 24,000 square foot small technical college right here in Pittsville. You walk in the tech ed area, we have some of the latest equipment in manufacturing in our metals and woods areas. Everything is done here in a way that you would see it if you were working in the industry. Our agriculture spaces were the most lacking previously. We went from about a 24 by 30 classroom as the primary and main space to 2 main labs, an agriculture mechanics lab and a large and small animals lab with a meat processing center, in addition to a classroom now that has running water and lab space and tables right in the actual classroom for the kids to work on projects. When we got to the final selection process and the request for proposals, Keller definitely stood out as the company that the board wanted to select. It was unanimous. They were invested in this project before they ever had a contract. They spent money on communications, they spent money on sending people out, they spent money on getting some engineering plans drawn up. The Keller design team put together a video rendering that we could present to our greater community members so they could see what we were looking at building. They did all these things before they knew they were going to get this contract. During the project, Rich, who is our site boss, he often said, you know, I'm here and I'm working for you and I want to make sure that we do our best for you. And that was not just him saying it, it was sincere. And that goes in line with everything that we had through the interview process with Keller through the RFQ and RFP. There were several things that were really attractive with Keller on the onset of this. One of them was no change orders unless we asked for the change order. The other thing was they did not self-perform unless we would ask them to self-perform. As it turned out in our project, we did ask them to do some self-perform because of their access to steel supplies. And because of that, it probably saved us maybe $500,000 in supply cost. Keller, when they were managing the project, they stayed on top of the contractors because it was easy to get behind. Sometimes supplies weren't available or labor wasn't available, and they were able to adjust and keep things on schedule. So we gained occupancy when the school year started. We do have many people that live in our district that work for some of these other contractors that were on the job. For example, the main electrician on the site was a Pittsville graduate. He definitely felt an emotional tie to the school district. And not that he wouldn't have done a top quality job otherwise, but you know, this had just a little bit more personal feel to it, just like when Keller did all the investment prior to the project. Keller did this project in under a year, which in normal circumstances would have been amazing, but in COVID circumstances was almost unbelievable. Even more amazing is that we came in at budget and Keller refunded our entire contingency amount. So in reality, the project came in $200,000 under budget at a time when costs and labor and everything else was going up. That didn't happen because we cut corners. We kept everything at the high level that we expected. The part I enjoy most about this new facility is there's no limits on what our kids are going to be able to learn now and in the future. We have facilities now that they're well lit, they're bright, the equipment is modern, the facilities match our curriculum. The fact that our kids deserve to have the best facilities that we can reasonably afford and the best curriculum, and we're providing that for them. If somebody called and asked why they should consider using Keller on their project, I would tell them that you can trust them, they have high integrity, and if they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it.